Hello, welcome back to the channel. At the end of the last episode, we'd gone 13 games, unbeaten in all competitions. Can we continue that form today, or are we about to hit a brick wall? Hello, it's a very warm welcome to episode 108 of From the Bottom to the Top, as we try and take a National League South side, in this case Weymouth, from the bottom all the way up to the top. And this is our journey. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have for you two games, Championship match days 12 and 13, as we look to continue our extremely good start to the season. We face West Brom and Norwich City, both away from home today. What can I say? It's just been absolutely stupendous. We've not done anything really tactical wise. We've just sort of kept it. The only thing that I have changed, and it may be something you do, I was one of those people that used to go into the opposition instructions, and I used to tackle players and put them onto the wrong foot and all the rest of it. I just all of a sudden, one game, forgot to do it, and we had an absolutely brilliant game, and I thought, let's just give it a go without actually putting in opposition instructions. And that's what I've been doing. So I don't know, maybe there's something in setting up opposition instructions that makes the AI go, oh, hang on a minute, we'll do this to counter it. Whereas if you don't put opposition instructions in as such, just let your assistant manager or whoever do your opposition instructions, I don't know. And so far, touch wood, we seem to have been all right. Let's hope that continues today. Don't forget, if you do enjoy today's episode, indeed you are enjoying the series, please leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button. That will keep you up to date with all future episodes, of course. And I do appreciate you watching. I know it's a busy time of the year, and as we get closer and closer to Christmas, in fact, we are just 2 episodes away from our Christmas episode. Won't be anything Christmassy about it. It's just it'll be the closest one to Christmas. So yeah, I do appreciate that it's a busy time of the year, and your continued support and for watching here on the channel. As I say, if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. It all helps me, lets me know we're doing the right things here on the channel. And watch out for some more shirt videos coming out. I've got a few shirts to do. We're doing 2 or 3 videos on the shirts, so if you're interested in fake shirts, keep your eyes out for them, and you can follow everything that's going on the channel simply by following me on X at JustOffsideFM. Right, let's get into it. Let's get on with it. We've played 1 game since you were with us, and we will have a look at that in just a moment. I just want to round up medical centre. We've had a few sort of niggly injuries. Whittingham, Campbell, Wakachew's had a bruised ankle. He seems to be okay though. Mika Peters is coming back from his torn thigh muscle. He might not play today, but he is on his way back. And then we have 2 longish players out. Stefan Adamson, who's been out for some time, he is due back in about 10 days to 3 weeks, as is Glory Nzingo, who picked up an injury. I think it was in the last episode. And he's got a groin strain, so we'll be out for certainly today's episode, if not a bit longer. West Brom and Norwich today then. Bristol City, Millwall, Hull and Millwall. We played last time because we had the international break in between, which changed it because it was supposed to be Hull and Huddersfield. And in between, we played a friendly against Bristol City. But we have played 1 game since you were last with us. It was a bit of a dour affair, really. A 1-0 win against Huddersfield, and this was the only goal of the game. 90 minutes on the clock, and Lawrence with a throw-in. Juric is brought down by Spencer in the penalty area. And it took Ross Stewart to step up and put it past Lewis in the goal. And there it was, that 1-0 win against Huddersfield. As I said, a very dire affair. And we just couldn't seem to get past them. We did everything right. 18 shots, 8 of which were on target. The XG said we should have had 2 goals out of that. So realistically, with the penalty, should have been 3. 52% of possession. We just couldn't find a way through. They had 5 shots, nothing on target, 0.42, and 48% of the possession. The only thing that would have been really annoying if we'd lost it or drawn it, really. But as you see, we had a lot of the game. I think they had 5 or 10 minutes total of superiority in that game. Henry Lawrence picking up a player of the match, 3 key passes, 3 clear-cut chances, a 7.7 for him. But Ross Stewart, who came on as a substitute, getting the penalty, putting the penalty away, and that would have been a bit dire if he'd missed his penalty as well. As it happened, I think we did have goals ruled out. In fact, they had one ruled out. We had this one ruled out on 4 minutes. Darcy Derry Johnson was alleged to have been offside. It was a very close call. And they had one exactly the same. Dyer on 14 minutes. Lanko. Our blaster. Lanko. And they didn't test the lines very often, but this was one of the few occasions. Johnson winning that ball. And he sort of lost that ball to Petrov. And this was the attack then that gave them the goal. But it was offside, as I say. Just went that fraction too early, Dyer, and put it past Yale, Virginia, but it didn't stand. And that's how it finished at the John Smith Stadium in Huddersfield, which leaves, and they were the games in, that was our game in hand. And this is how it left the table looking after that round of games. As you will see, we are top on 27 points, won 4 of our last 5, drawn the other one. Derby have won 4, lost 1. They are on 27 points in second place. We are 5 goal difference over them at the moment. And then is a 5-point gap down to Fulham, who are in third place. They are on a 4-game unbeaten. Last losing to Millwall, who were doing so well. Portsmouth, Millwall and Birmingham and Bournemouth all on 21 points, all separated by goal difference or goals for as it stands. And Burnley, the other team just outside. Nothing else has much changed. Stoke, Preston and Nottingham Forest are the teams in that bottom echelons. Nottingham Forest having lost their last 4 games on the trot, and they've sacked the manager Steve Cooper as well, as he has been in real life, of course. So that's where we're at. I think that brings you pretty much up to date. And in which case, let's get on with today's episode. West Brom first up then. We have Stefan Adamson, who is still out with a torn hamstring, and Glory Nzingo with a groin strain. We haven't played West Brom in this series so far. And we hope to keep the good form rolling as we go to the Hawthorns. And this is the side that will face West Brom at the Hawthorns. And it's an unchanged side, actually, from the side that beat Huddersfield. Virginia is in goal. Olsen, G and DeBeo, the defensive line. Johnson and Lawrence, the wing-backs. Grady Mackham between them. He does start a little bit deeper today. Preston and Derry are the wide attackers. Darcy between them. Wakachu leads the attack. Winterbottom, Armitage, Linton, Holman, Russell Denny, Jurich, Franson, Whittingham and Stewart make up the bench. And here we are at the Hawthorns. They've only won 1 of their last 5. Ryan Mason is their manager. They're playing a 4-4-2 today. They are 15th on 13. We are top on 27. We have sorted our kit out, I think. Stripes all down the right side. 13 minutes on the clock. Sessignon with a free kick aimed at Petrov. It's headed clear, but not clear. And the ball recycled. But Darcy there steps in and sorts the ball out. But he's given it back to Mollenby. So we look to try and exploit them. Darcy nearly getting in again there. And breaking the lines now. That's gone out wide. Lawrence there is cutting his stall. Lawrence made a mistake and it's still not clear. And they're recycle again. This highlight continuing. I think it's given up now. But that was a mistake by Lawrence. He got there and didn't control the ball. And luckily for us, Petkov hit the post. Lawrence with a throw in deep on our own half. It's a long throw to Darcy. Darcy pumps it upfield, but Wakachu was running away from it. Wakachu wins that ball back, though. O'Grady Macken now. What's O'Grady Macken going to do? De Bayo. He's got G there in support. And, yeah, De Bayo. And he's got a player out here, Olsen. Is this Johnson out wide here? G, Olsen. Not finding a way through. G. Patterson's gone out wide to Johnson now. Johnson pulls it inside to O'Grady Macken. O'Grady Macken into the area. It's blocked. Patterson tidies up though. Lawrence. And it's gone wide. And an opportunity goes begging. Patterson through to Johnson. Johnson tucks it inside to O'Grady Macken. O'Grady Macken finds Darcy. Darcy pulls a save out of Leach. Patterson tidying up. They have a free kick. Bent with the free kick to Beadle. 41 minutes on the clock. Petkov. Mollenby. Cessignon. And need to be trying to stop this coming in. O'Grady Macken does, and he's fired that upfield, but nobody there. And we've been poor with those balls out of defence today. Marquez is being kept at bay, but still gets the cross in, and it's just gone wide. I thought that was going in for a minute. And this ball come in. Who is it out there with him? It's Johnson out there with him. Crossed in. And it's Valise, I think, just heading wide. Half-time arrives. It's 0-0 at half-time. And, well, we're finding a way. We've got ourselves back into the game. We've had 8 shots, 2 on target, 1.01, 40% of the possession. We need more possession in the second half. It's not our usual game without the possession. They've had 4 shots, just the 1 on target to date, 0.69 and 60% of the possession. So far, we're still in the game, but they're not. They are dangerous, and we need to be careful. They made 1 change at half-time. Petkov with a free kick, and it's gone sailing over the top. They have a corner. Petkov with the corner. It's swung in. Headed away, but not cleared. Marquis, Beadle, and it's gone in. And Tom Beadle gets the first goal of the his first goal of the season. And West Brom take a lead on 62. And it's a tight match. We need to do something different, and I'm not sure what it is. And maybe need to change personnel. Oh, and yeah, Virginia's mistake. And with 62 minutes on the clock, having conceded that goal, we're making 3 changes. Carl Johnson is off. He not having a good day out there. Has been replaced by Josiah Linton. Grady Macken is off. He's got an injury. He's had a good game, but he has got an injury. Russell Denny comes on to replace him. And our final change for the moment is Ronan Darcy, not having a good day out there, has been replaced by Franson. And with 77 minutes on the clock, making our final 2 changes, we have taken off Wakachu, brought on Ross Stewart, and the other change that we have made is the right wing back, Henry Lawrence, getting tired. Replaced him with Jack Holman. And we said, was we going to hit a brick wall? We have. We've lost our first game of the season, a 1-0 loss. Tom Beadle on 62 minutes and got player of the match for it as well. We weren't in the race today. We were a bit behind. 13 shots, 3 on target. Couldn't find a way through. 1.44. Didn't have the possession either. They had 12 shots, 5 on target, 1.21 and 57% of the possession. Well, we had to lose at some point, and today was the day. And we've lost the top spot. Derby County obviously winning their game today, beating Huddersfield by 2-0. They are 3 points clear at the top of the table. We still remain in second. 3 points clear of Portsmouth and Bournemouth, both on 24 points as it stands today by virtue of that loss to West Brom. And I guess we had to lose at some point or other, and it's just annoying that we've gone and done it right now. Birmingham 1-1 draw with Coventry, so they are still down in 8th place on 22 points. At least we've got that little bit of a cushion at the top. We need to start a little bit of a run going yet again, don't we? At the bottom of the table, Luton still on that trapdoor. Stoke, Preston and Nottingham Forest down the bottom there. Nottingham Forest losing 4-1 to Bournemouth. Norwich beating Barnsley by 4-1. We play them next, of course. Stoke 4-2 losers to Hull City, and Preston they have played there they are, a 1-1 draw against Plymouth. Right, it is 3 days down to the game against Norwich. They come thick and fast this time of year, of course, and we'll come back just ahead of that with any news. Well, we come back on match day, and I can tell you that I didn't tell you before, was that O'Grady Macken had picked up a bruised knee, so it was nothing sinister, only out for 1 to 3 days. He is back in the squad for today's game. Glory Nzingo still got 6 days to 3 weeks. Stefan Adamson has started his rehabilitation phase. He's gone from red to orange, and he's going to be about another 8 days to 2 weeks before he's back in the team. Right, let's get into it then. Norwich City, our opponents today. We have played them once in this series, a 3-2 win at Carrow Road when we played them in the Carabao Cup third round. Goals on that occasion from Derry after 2 minutes and Nzingo after 5, and they got one back through Sousa on 22. Wakachu making it 3-1 on 31. They got a second back on 76 minutes, making it 3-2. It was a bit of squeaky bum, but we did manage to get through that game, and that was, of course, the game that Glory Nzingo was out. He got his first injury in that one. So that's how it is for today. If we have a quick look at the table, I can actually show you what Norwich's current record is. They've won 2, lost 2, drawn the other match in their 5-match recent run. So it's a lost 1, lost 1, won 1, drawn 1, lost 1, won 1. So hopefully we can get a result against them today, very similar to the Carabao Cup. And here is the side that will face Norwich City at Carrow Road for the second time in match day 13 of the Championship. A little bit of a jiggle of the squad today, but nothing major. Grady Macken is fit to be on the bench, but he's not 100%, so may only get a little bit of game time towards the end. Virginia is in goal. G, Olsen and DeBeo are defensive line. Johnson and Lawrence are the wing backs as usual. Russell Denny gets a start for the injured Grady Macken as a roaming playmaker in that midfield, slightly forward as it is. Derry is going to start. He's moaned that his preferred position is on the left, so we're going to start him on the left today. He starts left. Jurich comes in on the right. Darcy, who had a poor game last time, hopefully he will fire on all cylinders. excuse me, it does make me think that we could do with another decent attacking midfielder in here, perhaps in the transfer window. Wakachuk continues the attack up front. Winterbottom, Armitage, Linton, Holman, O'Grady Macken, Patterson, Frenson, Ross Stewart and Jefferson make up the bench. And here we are at Carrow Road. They're playing a 4-4-2 today. Jimmy Smith, their manager. And it seems to be a formation that does hurt us somewhat, and it seems to be a regular now to try and combat us. Norwich in 18th on 11 points. We are second on 27. First highlight comes on 21 minutes pretty much. Woodman firing a long one. Olsen heads it forward. Wakachuk flicks it on, but nobody there. And this one over the top, but Johnson heads it back to Yale, Virginia. And we'll start to build from the back. Olsen, who's back in that central defensive position today. Lawrence through to Wakachuk. Wakachuk had to be very quick on that. The Bayo looking possibly to go back to Yale, Virginia. May still go back to... No, he's gone back to Olsen. And they're definitely pressurising us. And that's a poor ball from Olsen. And that's poor. Tejo puts it wide. And it was a poor ball from Olsen. Very casual. And I don't know who he was going for. Johnson or Derry. But it was poor. Left us in a bit of a tickle. And they have a free kick, 27 on the clock. This one off the training pitch. Humphrey's out there. Roundhane, James. And so far this season, I've not really been overly worried. But I have to say, we seem to have lost our mojo at the minute. And I'm hoping it's not going to be a double loss episode. It's looking awfully like it at the minute, but Yale, Virginia picks that ball up. 34 minutes on the clock. Lawrence with a throw into Russell Denny. Lawrence inside to Darcy. Darcy cuts it back. Russell Denny. Lawrence. Russell Denny. What's he going to do? He tries to find Derry. Derry pulls a save out of work, and it's not cleared. And Wakachuk, his header was poor. We'll see it from behind. All sorts here. Russell Denny, Lawrence, back to Russell Denny, creating the space. And Derry hits it first time. Comes off the crossbar, I think. Free kick, 37 minutes on the clock. Breslin fires this one in. It's headed away by G. But not clear. Dio is out there. And he's gone on a run. Oh, and takes a shot, and it's a save by Yale, Virginia. 43 on the clock. Lawrence with another throw-in on this near side. Darcy, back to Lawrence. Lawrence inside to Russell Denny. Darcy! Darcy! Oh, it's over the top. Half-time has arrived, and it's, well, we've not been out of it, but we were not really been in it either. 7 shots, 2 on target, 0.90, 67% of the possession. They've had 8 shots, 3 on target, 0.70, and 33% of the possession. We need to keep the shots, and we need to be putting a few more on target. But so far, we've hung on in there. And we're making one change at half-time. We have taken off Zoran Juric, who's had not... In fact, both our wide players not having good days, but we moved Derry back over to the right just to see if he does any better. We'll give him 15, 20 minutes to see if he can do anything on that right side of the pitch. If not, we may change him as well. But just that one change at half-time. It's a change, a tactical change. Patterson comes on for Juric. And we have a highlight from kickoff. They made one change at half-time. Same as us. Souza is on. Tojo. And as we try and force them back, we've got to look for a way through. And we might drop Russell Denny back a little bit. We've won that ball back. De Bayo, Lawrence. De Bayo. Russell Denny. May drop him back slightly because not getting that momentum with him forward. Johnson through to Russell Denny. It's Patterson who's come on as substitute. It's over the top, though. And we're nearly 52 minutes on the clock, making two changes. One of them enforced. Ronan Darcy has picked up a potential foot injury. He's replaced by O'Grady Macken. And the other change that we have made is, as we said, and we've not given him as long as I thought we were going to, but he's not making any signs of improving. So we've replaced Jess Derry with Ross Stewart. They have a corner. Humphreys with the corner. It's swung in. It's not cleared. G has cleared it now. Humphreys tidies up. And the ball and highlight still continuing. Latomba has a shot from distance, but it's over the top. They have a free kick. Breslin to the back post. He's headed down and it's in. Sousa there, but he's not going to count. He's offside. And it's still level. 0-0. Thought this had probably beaten us, but we have a free kick now. Olsen to Johnson. Johnson to G. G to Olsen. Olsen to DeBeo. And they're pressing. Russell Denny. Oh, my goodness me. We're just... stand and just let him go through the middle. Deary me. They have another corner. Humphreys with the corner. 61 minutes on the clock. It's headed away, but only as far as Tazolis. Humphreys inside. One back by Patterson. And with 17 minutes on the clock, making one more change. We have taken off Henry Lawrence, who's not had a good day out there, and we've replaced him with Jack Holman. 74 on the clock. We're trying to self-destruct here. 75 o'clock, a free kick. Humphreys chips this win in. Breslin, and he scored this time. And we're going to do the same as we did against West Brom, I think. And we've just not been good enough, not seen any chances, really. And having conceded that goal, we are... on 75 minutes, we have replaced Charlie Olsen with Will Armitage. Throw in to DeBeo. We're throwing everything down the kitchen sink. We have to. Holman's gone all the way back to Yale, Virginia. Armitage, O'Grady Macken. He's swapped. Oh, and that's the story of our day. Just poor balls and has sort of sorted us out. G winning that back, looking for Wakachu, but he's not found him. Patterson brings this ball down. Can we have a last hurrah here? Be good if we could. Oh, it's a poor ball again. Oh, and who was that? Who was that? That was Armitage giving the ball away, and he's been thwarted, and possibly a red card here from Johnson. His second yellow. Yeah, he's gone. And for the second time this episode, we have lost. And 2 on the trot. It's all gone. I did say at the start, are we about to hit the brick wall? The answer to that one, of course, is yes. And quite reservedly. 18 shots, 6 on target, 1.74. We should never have lost that game. 66% of the possession. We're just not putting our chances away. Wakachu not appearing. I don't know. We seem to have fallen a bit, and 4-4-2 seems to be the ones that snuff us out. They've had 13 shots, 6 on target, 1.26 and 34% of the possession. And so Ronan Darcy joins the injured on the bench. And then now we have a problem with the attacking midfield and that sort of central position. Ronan Darcy out for 4 to 5 weeks, says here, 3 to 5 down here. So he's out anyway with a sprained ankle ligament, and we won't be seeing him any time soon. Right. Yeah. that's not good, is it? Johnson is banned for one match as it stands for he's sending off 2 yellow cards in that game. Let's have a look at the results. And a roundup of the other results. Derby winning again, which means they have a 6-point lead over us now at the top of the table. And in fact, I think, if my memory serves right, that's 7 points clear from Burnley in third place. We are now just a point in front of Burnley, having lost 2 games on the trot. Burnley are in third on 26. Portsmouth dropped to fourth on 25. Hull move up to fifth on 25. And Bournemouth dropped to 6th on 25, just outside the playoff positions. Fulham and Millwall both on 24. Birmingham on 23. Middlesbrough on 23. Birmingham must have lost again. No, they drew 2-2 with Bournemouth. So that's how it is. Derby beating Barnsley by a 1-0. And I don't think things are going to get any easier any time soon. Sheffield United must have had a defeat, a 2-1 against Burnley. They dropped back down to 21st, having got themselves away there a little bit, but dropped back. Stoke, Preston and Nottingham Forest still in that bottom echelons, as it were. Not a good day at the office. We've got 2 reds on, lots on the landscape here. We need to change that fast. We're going to come back for the game against Swansea. We have played them, I think, so far this season. A 2-0 win. Last time in the Carabao Cup second round, and then a trip to St James Park for a Carabao Cup fourth round, which, given current form, could be a huge banana skin. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Nothing to enjoy about it, really. We haven't seen any goals for us or anything. It's all gone a bit wonky and disappointing at that. It might be a time for Yale Virginia to sit a game out as well. We have a number of injuries and a number of and a suspension to boot as well. But if you have enjoyed today's episode, and I hope you're enjoying the series so far, then please leave me that big thumbs up. Subscribe, hit the notification button. That'll keep you up to date with all future episodes of From the Bottom to the Top and our other series, Going Dutch, as they are released. And new episodes of Bottom to the Top released every Tuesday and Friday, 4:15 p.m. The best way of keeping up to date what's happening on this channel for anything in shirts, tutorials, the lot, is to follow me on X at JustOffside2. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you for the next episode. It's going to be episode 109. It's out on Friday, and hopefully we can turn our form round a little bit. Fingers crossed. Till then, bye-bye.